first heat. Wamigos Marquise Cade is in lane 1. Frontenac's Brendan Ishimura in lane 2. Logan Zabel from Rock Creek. Arc City's Andrew Wilson. Joshua Carney of Rose Hill. Arc City's got a pair of runners as Jacob Beeson is in lane 6. Wichita Trinity's Ryan Kerr and Grant Fussell from Bishop Miege. He is in lane 8. Of these times, there are 2 below 50. Arc City's Andrew Wilson, he's in lane 4 here. And in lane 5 right beside him, Joshua Carney of Rose Hill. They should have quite a duel. In fact, they're having a duel at the moment.
Yeah, the Arc City Bulldog and the Rose Hill Rocket went head to head in this 400-meter dash.
On the curve and now down the turn. Arc City's Andrew Wilson. Wilson in the lead, but can he hold on? He's getting a chase from Frontenac's Brendan Ishimura, Rock Creek's Logan Zabel. At the finish line, lane 5, looked like Rose Hill's Joshua Carney got the victory as he comes from behind and as they hit that stretch run. Santa Fe Trails Esparza, joined by Jaden Payne of Burlington, Hugoton's Mitchell Hamlin, Isaiah Armstrong of Holcomb, Bueller's Ryan Neal, Christopher Williams of Lewisburg, Hayes, Tavian Creamer is in lane 7. Good tight shot of the gun, and Marysville's Andrew Fink. Let's listen into the gun and see how that sounds. Oh, perfectly run. And good start. Off to a good start. Hugoton's Mitchell Hamlin. I like Isaiah Armstrong and Holcomb, but I like what Holcomb has done. Well, they've just had a tremendous sports year for a couple of years. He's in lane 4. So 4th from the right as you're looking at the screen. That's the back stretch. About to make the curve here.
Bueller's Ryan Neal right there.
And Lewisburg's Christopher Williams running pretty strong. But it looks like Isaiah Armstrong and Mitchell Hamlin around the curve. And indeed it is lane 4. That's Isaiah Armstrong from Holcomb. And look at lane 6 here. Christopher Williams. And it's going to be lane 4. Lane 4 is going to win this. Isaiah Armstrong, for a moment there, I thought he was going to hitch from his stride there. But Isaiah Armstrong comes out of nowhere to punch his ticket and win the second preliminary heat in Class 4A. Version, boys 400-meter dash. This will be the first heat. And pretty good field. Wichita Carroll's Tristan Guerrero's in lane 1. Salina Central's Riley Counts. Joseph Rollader from Wichita Carroll. Shawnee Heights Logan Golder. Dusty Torres from Liberal. Emporia's Geston Kent's Graham Huddleston from DeSoto. Kansas City Turner's Jalen Hurley. The first heat of the boys 400-meter dash. I like to listen for the gun, and I'll invite you to do it as well as they start, and a good start as well. In amongst this bunch, below 50 seconds, Logan Golder, as is Dusty Torres. They're both below 50 seconds.
Dusty Torres from Liberal. Right there, coming right at you on the screen is now we pull away, but I think that's Torres making the pass there.
Look at Joseph Rollader here. He's in lane 3, but in lane Gelder from Shawnee Heights, Liberal's Dusty Torres. Too early to call this race, but lane 5, look at Liberal's Dusty Torres. Torres with the lead, 100 meters to go. Will he get some chase? In fact, he will from Shawnee Heights, Logan Golder. Golder is on his left foot, or left shoulder, but it's Dusty Torres. Torres to the finish line, and Torres is going to win it. Shawnee Heights, Logan Golder is going to end up being second. What you're looking at the moment, second heat from Class 5A. Liberals Austin Mullins in lane 1. Jared McDavitt from Andover in lane 2. Aquinas Devin Diggs. Guy Ramos from Leavenworth. Salina South Daniel Atkins. Michael Turner from Mill Valley. J.D. Espen Miller from Blue Valley Southwest. Alexis St. James. Aiden Jones is in lane 8.
By the way, the young man that held the record for nearly 20 years in this event in Class 5A, Will Rogers from Paola.
I just love that name.
Yeah, he never met a race he didn't like, or something. I don't know, something like that.
Guy Ramos, nicely done.
Yeah,
nice.
And look at Guy run.
There may be an age gap there that people don't realize. That was just a really good line. Guy Ramos from Leavenworth in lane 4. Ramos running a good race right now, but does he have enough for the finish? That is the question. Meanwhile, making a move, lane 2 is Jared McDavitt. And right next to Guy Ramos is Devin Diggs from Aquinas. Right now it's Ramos. Ramos in lane 4. And on lane 6 on the outside, that's Michael Turner from Mill Valley. I think he's going to get him.
Wow.
Lane 5 is going to be Salina South's Daniel Atkins. So now Class 6A boys 400-meter dash, and this ought to be both of these heats ought to be interesting. Junction City's Leslie Etheridge alongside Wichita Southeast Elijah Mosley, Philip Landrum from Wichita South in lane 3, Olathe Northwest Julian Lacey, Logan Woodside from Olathe South, Garden City's Nathaniel Hubbard in lane 6, Ben Moore from Hutchinson's in lane 7, and his teammate from the Salthawks, Jaden Baker, he is in lane 8. Lane 7 and lane 8, left side of your screen, is manned by Salthawks, but I think everyone curious about whether Philip Landrum, who is in lane 3 because of his short distance sprints, can he extend it to 400 meters?
Yeah, we'll see when they come around this final turn. It should be interesting. They're kind of going to be bunched up here coming down the final stretch.
150 meters to go. Elijah Mosley of Wichita Southeast is in lane 2.
Landrum is making a move.
Yeah, anybody's race to win. Lane 3, in fact. There's Landrum.
Oh, man. He just took a burst of speed out of that final turn. It was like he was a slingshot coming out of there.
Until they concluded the rest of the field for the 3,200 meters. But we are already up to the boys 400-meter dash. Second heat, 6A. The sizes up like this. Corbin Miller of Blue Valley. Manhattan's Clyde King. Blue Valley West, David Brown. Hayden Goodpaster from Shawnee Mission Northwest. Shawnee Mission West, Michael Patterson. Gardner Edgerton's Parker Tano. Branson Billinger from lane 7 is Shawnee Mission West. And lane 8 belongs to Lawrence Free State's Cole Phillips. Great stories here. Hayden Goodpaster to watch in lane 4. And I like Clyde King from Manhattan.
Clyde King, really well known for the 200, but he's an outstanding athlete. And boy, him and Goodpaster, this is going to be interesting.
Parker Tano from Gardner Edgerton has the lead. He's in lane 6 at the moment with 150 meters to go. This is going to be a good finish. Now 110 meters to go. Lane 2. That's Manhattan's Clyde King. King in the lead. He's holding off Hayden Goodpaster of Shawnee Mission Northwest. King still in the lead. And the representative for the Manhattan High Indians is going to win this preliminary heat. He's going to finish first.
Read a lot about that young man coming into this championship.